So what's up, my logical listeners? This is Adam the DJ Dude here with another video in the iPad music series. So today I'm talking about the Cross DJ Pro application. So this is the pro level version, which cost when I purchased it, it was $4.99 on the App Store. So go check it out. The only time I really use this application is when I'm using the Gemini Mix2Go. So the Gemini Mix2Go box that I use a lot when I go portable, when I go to the beach, when I go to public parks, that kind of thing. If I want to jam out a DJ set, this is an awesome little device that I can use. If you want to see my review on that, you can check out the little card that's popping up above my head now and see what that box is all about. So it's an all-in-one little party unit. It has a speaker system, lighting setup, controller, all built into one little thing. But when you purchase that device, it requires you to download this application. And this application, again, is called Cross DJ Pro. It's made by a company called Mixvibes. So they actually did a pretty good little job on this program. It looks very simplistic. It looks kind of, in my terms, Windowsy. So, but I don't judge. You all know I'm a Mac guy. But anyway, so this application is pretty cool because it gives you, basically you have three different or sections, I would say, of the application. So the top section is always going to show up either like this with the waves, or you can see the full track form. You're always going to have your music selector buttons and your track information, your timing, etc. You can tap on the time to change it to time played or time remaining. So that's always going to stay there. The little center button with the four lines going vertically, this changes your view. And when you are playing a track, you're going to see that it's going to show you the kind of the way that they're going as far as the tempo. If you sync them together, then it's going to turn white and you're going to see that the track's in sync. So what's really nifty about this view is that the way that I like to play this a lot is I will send it to the track list view where I can see where all my cue points are, and I can kind of see what point of the track that I'm in. And then if you see the little squiggle line in the left hand track, if you tap that button, it changes the middle view to more of a tractor or Serato-ish kind of view. So you can change that up, and it gives you a nice little track view when you're playing. You have your iPad set up on your device, and you can see your waveforms. Now, when you're in this view, you don't have quick access to your effects or your cue points, so that you would have to tap this button, go back to this view, then tap your cue points. So that adds an extra second or two into your setup. If you are using the controllers, obviously you're going to have your cue buttons and that kind of thing. So to talk about your cue points, which all of this shows up kind of in the middle section here. So you see this middle section has got a bunch of stuff that changes. So we talked about your top part always pretty much staying the same between these two views here. Well, your middle section has three different views. It has your main jog wheel view or the waveform view. It has your cue points and your auto loop view. It has your effects view, and then it has a sampler view. So if we go into the cue point view, so you're going to see that it has 8 different cue points for both tracks. You have your auto loop feature here. You can go from a 1/32 loop to a 32 bar loop. You can use the slip mode, which is essentially just doing like a quick auto loop kind of thing. It's not necessarily the slip mode or flux mode that you would think it is. But what's really cool about this app that I haven't seen in other DJ applications is this auto cue feature. So the auto cue, which is what I did with both of these tracks, is it just takes the analytics and it puts cue points in certain places, like where your drops and stuff or your certain section breaks and that kind of thing are going to be. So it gives you just kind of a quick, here's what we think that you should set the cues at. And it's actually really good at doing that. If you want to save time, or if you're like me and you like to go through playlist and just drag and drop, I just like, oh, okay, I'll play this track next, and you don't really know what you're getting into before you start queuing, until you start queuing it up and listening to it. This is a great way to go ahead and set some cue points. So let the track run, hit auto cue, and then you can start playing with your cue points to see if you can find something in that track that you want to use in your mix. So it's really kind of a cool way to just really quickly, simply let the computer handle that part so that you can go through and you're playing at that point. You can also edit. So if you don't like how something, was set up, you can, say delete that one, go to a different place and set a new cue point. Not a big deal. So you can edit all those cue points out. So now for the effects view. The effects view is really cool because you have this drawer that opens up and you have a whole bunch of different effects that you can use. Now you can only use one effect at a time, which is fine. It's really all you need when you're, in most cases, that's really all you need is one effect at a time, or you're going to overdo it. But you have this nice little XY pad that you can use. Your more intense, wet stuff is going to be up here. Your more drier end is going to be down here. So really cool little feature here. And what I like about this is that you have access to all these different views here, and you still have access to that EQ and your volume knobs and your transport controls all right there in that bottom section. So that never changes. Like the top view, the bottom view never changes. So it makes it really simplistic and easy to use. So the sampler section is really fun because you can go through and pick from all these different sample packs and lay down different stuff. It's a quick way for you to go through and do some finger drumming, or just sampling on top of a track or something like that. And you can actually play a track and simultaneously do the samples on top of it, which is really cool. It actually adds like separate channels almost. Here's where you would turn up the volume of your samples, and then you can edit samples. So pretty nifty little feature there. And like I said, the bottom section, so it all stays the same. So you always have access to your EQ, your volume, and your transport controls. So you have your top section, which is your music selectors, your track views with your cue. You can switch between transient view and just full track view. The middle, you can view it in waveform, or you can view it in jog wheel mode, and then use cue points, FX, and your sampler, all while keeping access to your mixer. So that's basically the overview of Cross DJ Pro. I told you, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to use. Not much to it. It's great for beginners or advanced people alike. One thing that really stands above the rest of them, or I will say a lot of the ones out there, including DJ Pro and Native Instruments Tractor, which if you haven't seen the Tractor video, go ahead and hit the card up here. And you can check that out, or just watch it after this video. But what I like about this music browser is that it gives you access to different things like SoundCloud. That's a really cool bonus, guys. Like, they're giving us this application is giving me access to a third-party service, not just stuck to using what is on the iPad. So, which you obviously still have access to through the playlist, songs, artists, genres, albums, etc. But you have access to SoundCloud, which is cool. So now, like DJ Player or DJ Pro gives you access to Spotify DJ Player Pro, which I will do a different video on, will give you access to, I think Deezer is what they use. So that's pretty cool. Cross DJ gives you access to SoundCloud, which is even cooler because SoundCloud is free. But the one that stands out for me, and you all know if you watch that DJ Pro video or the Tractor video, this gives you access to your Files application. I have access to my Dropbox, my iCloud Drive, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, if I've got somebody that shares something with me over Dropbox or Google Drive, I have access to it right then and there without having to go into iTunes on my computer and then into the iPad by having, you know, that's just a whole bunch of crap. It's 2018. We have a Files application now on the iPad, guys. So, Native Instruments, algorithm. I'm looking at you guys. Be like Mixvibes. Give me access to the Files application. There's only one other DJ app that I've seen out there that will give you, or there's actually a few different applications that will. DJ Player Pro will. The Mix Fader application, or the, you know, it used to be called eDJing Scratch. There's also the eDJing Mix. Those give you access to the Files application as well. Those will all be videos that I will do in future times, so be looking out for those. But yeah, having access to that Files application is crucial, man, especially in today's world when we're using cloud storage and that kind of thing. So let's get off the proprietary stuff and give me access to that Files app. So good job, Mixvibes, on that one. Big ups to you guys for giving me access to that Files app. So anyway, guys, I believe that's going to be it for this video. So check out the other videos in this series. Check out my All About the Gear series. I've got some new Nomadic DJ stuff that just came out and it's going to be coming out soon. So just keep up with that stuff. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell if you want notifications for when I put up new stuff. I appreciate it. And if you found some value in this video, please give it a good old thumbs up. So anyway, as always, I want you guys to be cool, be real, abide, and always listen logically. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.